Now there's a lot of motivations for us to work. The problem is like a motivation like food, for example. Food is great. Like if you don't work, you shouldn't be allowed to eat. Paul says that, right? But the problem is like if you use food as too much motivation to work, if the amount of food that you're eating is greater than the amount of work you're producing, then you have something, you've created a vice, and we call that vice gluttony. Okay, so you can use food to motivate yourself, but once you're just solely like focused on the food and not the work, now you're being gluttonous. But don't, let's just relax with the labels. Well, maybe we shouldn't relax. Now I don't know what to talk about. Oh God, I fucked it up. But anyway, like all these other sins like lust and greed and what else? Like laziness. Like you can be like, hey, listen, if I get this done, I'm gonna lay on the couch for the rest of the day. Like that's fine. Sometimes, like you got to make sure that the rest you're taking is proportionate to the work you're doing, right? So all these sins, like, they're just like they're motivations to work, but the motivation is not in proportion to the work. That's what creates these like 7 deadly sins, right? But anyway, I want to talk about the like 3 big ones like lust, power, and greed. Where do they come from? Why do I keep trying to pause? I don't need to pause. It's all up here. Okay, so lust. Okay, we have 3 things make us who we are. I think, is this from Plato? I don't know. He got it right probably, but I'm just going to synthesize it. You got your thoughts, right? This is the 3 things that make you a human being, right? Thoughts, feelings, and wants, okay? You got your mind, your body, and your spirit, okay? The tripartite soul. Ooh, yeah, it all comes together, baby. So these sins, lust, power, greed, they pervert the relationship that you have with yourself, okay? So if you're like extremely lustful, hey, hand up, been there. The problem with that is that's going to corrode your mind, right? What's that line? It's like he who sins lustfully sins against his own body. Yeah, but also like if you're lustful, if you're behaving lustfully, you're not thinking straight, right? You're like that relationship between your mind and your body, your thoughts, like being sexually perverted. That doesn't mean like homosexuality. It means like promiscuity. It means like not honoring your body. Like that's gonna fuck up your thinking. Like you're gonna like not think properly. You're gonna pervert your how you think for everything, not just for sex. So like if you want to think straight, you have to start with chastity. Isn't that crazy? Because if you make proper decisions about where you put your penis, oh God, why did I say? If you make those good decisions, you'll make good decisions everywhere else. That's like the first that's the first great decision you can make with your body. Okay, let's move on. All right, greed. Okay, so greed, you know what greed does? Greed tells you don't listen to your feelings, right? It's like all about the bottom line. Hey, what do people say in business? Oh, it's just business, right? That means I can fuck you, I can fuck our relationship and not have to care about it. So greed says, hey, feelings don't matter, okay? And we ought to be charitable. We ought to be empathetic. We ought to be compassionate. But greed says, hey, shut down those feelings. All right, and power. Power is like probably the worst thing. Power is like if you want something enough, if you just want it and you just give your whole life to wanting it, then it'll happen. It's like, ugh. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that, to be honest with you, because I think that's pretty dark. So, yeah, lust, power, greed. Okay. Yeah, so that's, yeah, I guess so. I didn't really talk about power, but yeah, lust and greed for sure. Like, lust gonna destroy your thoughts, like, gonna pervert the way you think, okay? And greed is gonna destroy your relationships with people. And no one lives on their own. No one. All right, that's it.